1,000-pound sisters. Amy created funny AI photos of herself and her kids. Fans can't stop laughing. Amy Slatten's AI antics. How a 1,000-pound sister's goofy photos became an unlikely beacon of joy in the sprawling, often chaotic universe of reality television, where drama is currency and conflict is king. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy can feel like a revelation. This week, that moment arrived not from a scripted showdown or a triumphant weigh-in, but from the smartphone of Amy Slatten, who in a fit of boredom and brilliance discovered the weird and wonderful world of AI photo generation. The result? A series of hilariously distorted images of herself and her two young sons, Gage and Glenn, that have not only broken the internet but have also redefined her connection with her legion of fans. What began as a late-night distraction has blossomed into a viral phenomenon, proving that in an age of curated perfection, there is an insatiable appetite for authentic, laugh-out-loud silliness. From midnight boredom to morning laughter, the story starts, as many modern tales do, with a sleep-deprived mother seeking a mental escape. In an exclusive interview, Amy recounted the genesis of her foray into artificial intelligence. "It was like 2 in the morning," Amy explained, her signature chuckle punctuating the sentence. "Gage was finally down, Glenn was doing that cute little snore thing, and I was just scrolling, avoiding the laundry mountain in the corner. I saw an ad for one of those AI apps and thought, what if I made me and the boys look like we were in Star Wars or something?" The first attempts were, by her own admission, a hot mess. A photo of Gage was transformed into a baby with 3 eyes and a beard. A picture of herself became a Viking queen with Tammy's frown. But instead of getting frustrated with the technology's limitations, Amy leaned in. She began to see the glitches not as failures, but as features. "I wasn't trying to make us look prettier or thinner or nothing like that," she said, a pointed reference to the pressures she's faced on her weight loss journey. "I was just trying to make us look funny." The weirder it got, the harder I laughed. Michael came in thinking I was crying, but I was just wheezing over a picture of Glenn as a tiny, grumpy astronaut. She decided to share a few of these digital doodles on her Instagram story, expecting a few giggles from her close friends. By morning, her phone was in a state of digital meltdown, a gallery of glorious chaos. Deconstructing the memes, the photos that have set the fan base alight, are a masterclass in comedic AI failure. They are not polished or professional. They are joyfully, chaotically imperfect. One of the standout images features Amy and her 2 boys reimagined as a Renaissance-era painting. The AI captured Amy's sweet smile perfectly, but then gave Gage the solemn, judging eyes of a 17th-century nobleman and rendered Glenn as a cherub holding a turkey leg instead of a harp. The caption read, "The Slatten Family Portrait circa 1623. We hungry, even back then. #IART, #MyBoys." Another fan favorite transforms the family into characters from The Lord of the Rings. Amy is a hobbit, peeking out from a circular door, but the AI confused her features with those of her sister, Tammy, creating a hybrid Slatten sister hobbit that fans have dubbed Tammylad. Gage and Glenn are depicted as tiny elves with slightly elongated, blurry faces, looking less like Legolas and more like confused, pointy-eared babies. "The one that really got me was the one where she made them all into superheroes," commented longtime fan Sarah Jenkins on Facebook. Amy was Mama Bear with laser eyes, but the laser was just a weird pink squiggle. Gage was the Snack Avenger, and little Glenn was the Diaper Destroyer. It was so stupid and so perfect. It's just so Amy. This is the crux of the photos' appeal. They are not generic memes. They are a direct extension of Amy's personality, self-deprecating, deeply devoted to her children, and unafraid to be the butt of the joke. The fan reaction, a collective digital giggle fit. The internet's response has been a tidal wave of positive energy. The comment sections under Amy's posts are a refuge from the usual social media vitriol, filled with crying laughing emojis and fans sharing their own attempts at AI family photos. I haven't laughed this hard since Tammy called the golf cart a mechanical donkey, wrote one user on a fan forum dedicated to the show. This is the content I needed today, wrote another. My boss is wondering why I'm snorting at my desk. Thank you, Amy, for being a real one. The phenomenon has even spawned its own fan-made hashtag, #SlattenIFail, where viewers are posting their own hilariously botched AI creations, creating a community built not on critique, but on shared, wholesome laughter. In an online environment often criticized for its negativity, Amy has inadvertently created a pocket of pure joy. Beneath the surface of the giggle-fit-inducing photos lies a more profound narrative about Amy's personal journey. For years, viewers have followed her struggles with her weight, her health, her complex family dynamics, and the immense pressure of public life. Her identity has often been tied to her size and her struggles. This foray into AI comedy represents a new chapter. It's a declaration that her life and her sense of self are not solely defined by the number on a scale. Dr. Alana Carter, a pop culture psychologist, weighed in on the phenomenon. What Amy has done here is incredibly powerful from a psychological standpoint. She has taken control of her own narrative in a playful, non-confrontational way. By deliberately creating imperfect and humorous images, she is rejecting the societal pressure to present an idealized version of motherhood and womanhood. She's saying, "My value is not in my appearance, but in my joy, my creativity, and my connection with my family." In doing so, she is modeling resilience and self-acceptance for her fans in a way that is far more accessible than a grand, dramatic gesture. This act of silly creativity is, in its own way, an act of rebellion. It's a rejection of the filters and facetune that dominate social media, a middle finger to the critics, and a warm embrace of the beautiful, messy reality of her life. A new creative outlet and a united front. The viral success has also had a noticeable effect on Amy's outlook. The woman who has often been portrayed as anxious and overwhelmed seems to have found a new, empowering creative outlet. "It's just fun, you know?" she mused. "With the show and the kids and everything, it's a lot. This is something just for me. Well, and for the boys to laugh at when they get older. Can you imagine? Look, Gage, this is you as a baby rock star with 6 fingers. He's gonna think his mama lost her marbles." Perhaps the most telling endorsement came from her sister, Tammy. Known for her dry wit and often tumultuous relationship with Amy, Tammy took to her own social media to share her favorite AI creation, a picture of the two of them as elegant mermaids, albeit with the AI struggling to correctly render their tails, resulting in a confused tangle of scales and fins. "My sis the artiste," Tammy captioned it, followed by a string of laughing and heart emojis. It was a small gesture, but a significant one, showcasing a united, playful front that fans have long hoped to see. The legacy of a laugh. In the grand scheme of things, a series of goofy eye photos may seem trivial, but in the ecosystem of fandom and the personal journey of Amy Slatten, they are anything but. They represent a moment of light, a reclaiming of identity, and a powerful reminder that sometimes the best way to navigate a complex world is to stop taking oneself so seriously. Amy Slatten, the 1,000-pound sister, the mother, the wife, has now added a new title to her repertoire: accidental digital artist and purveyor of pure joy. She didn't set out to make a statement, she just wanted to make herself laugh. In the process, she gifted a laugh to thousands, proving that the most human response to life's imperfections is sometimes to open an app, twist reality into a pretzel, and share the hilarious results with the world. And for that, her fans truly cannot stop laughing.